With Yellowstone concluding in November 2024, a new sequel titled The Madison will follow a modern-day storyline unlike previous prequels set in the past. According to the press release, The Madison centers on a New York family relocating to Montana's Madison River Valley, exploring themes of grief and human connection. It's uncertain if The Madison will feature characters from Yellowstone, though appearances are possible since earlier spin-offs primarily focused on the Dutton family. The original series, starring Kevin Costner as John and Kelly Reilly as Beth, follows the Duttons' struggle to protect their massive Montana ranch from conflicts with neighboring entities, including the Broken Rock Reservation, Yellowstone National Park, and developers. Taylor Sheridan, the creator of Yellowstone, has already explored the Duttons' backstory through two prequels, 1923 and 1883. This series depicted earlier generations of the family before John and Beth's time. Initially announced as a continuation of the Yellowstone saga, The Madison was expected to carry the Dutton story forward while introducing new characters. However, it's now unclear if the show will focus solely on new storylines. Michelle Pfeiffer was announced as the lead in August 2024, also serving as a producer. Chris McCarthy, Paramount Global's co-CEO, praised Pfeiffer, calling her the perfect anchor for this next chapter of the Yellowstone universe. The cast also includes Patrick J. Adams, Elle Chapman, Bo Garrett, and Amaya Miller. Adams and Chapman play Russell and Paige McIntosh, a wealthy New York couple. Garrett portrays Abigail Reese, a newly divorced mother, while Miller plays her older daughter Bridget. Previous Yellowstone stars, including Cole Hauser, Kelly Reilly, and Luke Grimes, were in talks to return as of May 2024, but no official confirmation has been made. McConaughey was rumored to join a Yellowstone spin-off in early 2023 amid reports of Kevin Costner's potential departure. Although Paramount Network expressed interest in collaborating with McConaughey, no updates have followed. While it's unclear where The Madison will stream, all 5 seasons of Yellowstone are available on Peacock, with prequels 1923 and 1883 streaming on Paramount+. Will there be a season 6? Right now, Paramount's been hush-hush about 4 sixes. Maybe not to build intrigue, but because they don't have anything to announce just yet. On the other hand, we know that the studio has been keeping a major secret from fans, and yes, it involves Yellowstone. So far, we've talked about the finale of the parent series and how Sheridan had to bunch up the entire storyline into 6 episodes because of Kevin Costner's exit, right? Well, what if we told you that part 2 might not be the finale after all? To pick things up from where we left off, Jamie is out for vengeance and he'll stop at nothing to get back at John. This meant impeaching him and taking over the Yellowstone ranch. Obviously, the only thing standing in his way, well, arguably the strongest Dutton of them all. And no, it's not John. Beth has waged war against Jamie and she'll stop at nothing to destroy him. Ironically, neither will Jamie. One of them is making it out alive and the other isn't. Could it be Beth? We have a strong suspicion it could be, and it's not because the finale has been leaked anywhere. No, it's because Kelly Reilly has been in talks with Paramount for a possible season 6. That's right, Beth Dutton is coming back and she's bringing Casey Dutton and Rip Wheeler with her. We still haven't heard back from Jamie Dutton, and maybe that's what the plot of the finale revolves around. In any case, Kelly has been in talks with Paramount to develop a possible 6th season, which would be the real finale. The trailer for part 2 showed Beth and Rip as the central characters. It was basically John Dutton's epilogue interspread with Beth and Rip having a conversation with one another. Beth's tired and Rip wants her to keep fighting. He's telling her they have to finish what they started, and there's no shortcut, unfortunately. This sets the stage for the finale, but we know that Sheridan has a lot more planned. Well, based on the fandom's reception, Paramount has decided to greenlit a 6th season starring Beth and Rip. Are they everyone's favorite characters? Arguably, yes. Rip and Beth, as volatile as they may be, bring a layer to Yellowstone we didn't know it needed. The two characters fall in love amidst all the rubble and stick through one another no matter what comes their way. It's as Western of a love story as it gets, and fans can't have enough of them, which is what Paramount's cashing in on. You see, Sheridan's been a godsend for the studio. Everything he touches turns to gold, and the studio loves cashing in those big bucks. This means that when Sheridan pitches an idea, Paramount greenlights it without a second thought. There's been quite a few rumors floating around that he teased the idea of season 6 for a while, and Paramount said, go for it. But there is a problem though, payments. According to unofficial reports, Kelly Reilly, Cole Hauser, and Luke Grimes have all asked for higher salaries this time around. Their contracts end with part 2, and seeing how they're central figures for the real finale, they want a pay raise that reflects it. The fact of the matter is that Paramount does have some money that's opened up with Kevin Costner's exit, aka his $1 million an episode exit. Still, Still, they're hoping the actors can settle for less than asking. A lot less. To put this into context, Kelly reportedly earned around $500,000 per episode of the show. Obviously, her salary went higher as the show progressed, but ultimately capped at $500,000. For season 6, she's asking for $1.5 million per episode, and Paramount just doesn't have it in their budget to accommodate the rise. Not just hers, by the way. Cole's also asking for over $1 million, and Luke wants close to $1 million too. It always comes down to salaries, doesn't it? There was some discourse on how negotiations had broken down, and Sheridan was forced to accept Part 2 as the actual finale. But Hollywood's nothing if not volatile, and the latest reports suggest that the main ensemble cast has agreed to a lower salary. Still a bump though. In any case, this means that season 6 will go according to plan. Wait, we have to be realistic here. 4 Sixes was meant to go according to plan too. So was 2024. Can we really trust that season 6 will happen? We'll have to wait and find out. The best finale yet. Yellowstone's one of the best television series on air right now, and there are no two ways about it. That being said, it adds a whole lot of pressure on Sheridan and Paramount to give the best Western the best finale that it so rightfully deserves. Can they do that? Well, according to Cole Hauser, they've done just that. In an interview, Cole claimed that he and the rest of the cast got to read the finished script when Part 2 started filming. He claimed that the series finale revolves heavily around the main cast, no unnecessary side quests, and settles the ultimate question of who gets the Yellowstone Ranch. Cole was sure to hype up the finale and Rip's role, claiming that most of the bloodshed fans are about to witness comes from his character. This is probably true considering how in the trailer, John Dutton was seen having a conversation with Rip, detailing how they had to do everything they could to protect the ranch. You know Rip, he's nothing if not loyal. That also explains why he told Beth that even if she's tired of all the fighting, she has no real option other than to suck it up and deal with it. They have a score to settle, and they can't rest until that's done. All this begs the question, how does Jimmy fit into the finale? We know that he'll be a part of it, that much is for sure. Still, will his role set up his own spin-off series? In a way, you can argue that Sheridan owes it to Jimmy to give him a proper send-off. He took a fan-favorite character, threw him a couple of states over to Texas, gave him a brilliant backstory, and even a fiancé to go with everything. Why give a side character so much depth and screen time if you weren't going to give them their own show? And now that the Madison has been confirmed as a spin-off separate from the parent series entirely, it makes a whole lot more sense for 4 Sixes to go through. Still, we don't really know if season 6 is going ahead or not. There's some discourse online that suggests that if season 6 does go through, then Sheridan will find a way to interlink that with Jimmy's storyline. This would give fans the closure they needed on both Yellowstone and 4 Sixes. But is that really enough? Let us know what you think in the comments. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and while you're here, check out some of our other videos. We'll see you back here soon with more details on Yellowstone and Sheridanverse.